It's Rob from Property Investments UK, and in today's video we're going to be looking at specifically what properties actually work for serviced accommodation and why. So we've looked at the locations that you should kind of consider. Next up is going to consider in specifically what type of properties work. So serviced accommodation is, we've spoken about kind of the corporate let type tenant profile. So does that dictate, I guess, what properties are going to ultimately make sense? So
Yeah.
what type of tenant they're going to, where it's going to be, but the type, the size, all that kind of stuff. So what is it, I guess, you guys look for?
I mean, some fundamentals is we need some sort of concierge system.
Okay.
You know, so we'll do a meet and greet, but we also, you know, we'll either key hold ourselves or we'll need a key holder as well.
Yeah.
Somewhere where you can access anything you need. Apartments generally, because they're just cleaner, they're easier to do.
Yeah.
And you have got that service available. You know, if you've got a normal house, you've got no one to meet you there.
Yeah.
You know, etc. And they're easy to maintain as well.
I guess with apartments, like you wouldn't get a house at this
You won't
location.
get a house
Like
in this
where we are
location,
now,
no.
it's city centre, so you're only going to get apartments in that respect.
Yeah.
For that particular location. And so apartments, is there a certain size apartment or number of bedrooms that you tend to?
We will only focus on 1 or 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
Studios were no-go for us anyway. And 3 bedrooms are not, because then you're getting into a house of multiple occupancy again.
Okay.
So 1 bedroom is great for the professional, the one professional, the couple.
Yeah.
You know, or the professional that's on the contract and a partner. 2 bedrooms can facilitate a family, you know, with a child, and it's usually only 1 at this stage of where we're going. 3 bedrooms, it's probably harder with the regulations as well, because I know they're stricter with the HMOs now and the amount of people that you can have in there. But it's getting a little bit cluttered then, you know, and I don't think, I can understand if you've got a 2-bedroom apartment, you might get 2 separate professionals instead of 2 hotel rooms, which again is more cost efficient. But I think with 3, it then becomes sort of shared accommodation more than anything.
Like a corporate that's staying in there for 6 months and it's 1 individual, probably feel like they're rattling around a little bit in a 3-bed. They might have a 3-bedroom apartment. A 1-bedroom is fine. It's more cost effective for the company.
And for the person who's bought it, a 3-bed is obviously going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to still say that, you know, we can give you this rental guarantee, or this is when you share you get.
Yeah.
You know, because relative, you know, we'll charge more for a 2-bed and we'll charge more for a 3-bed, but no one's going to book a 3-bed for 1 person.
Yeah.
So obviously they're going to go to a 1-bed or a 2-bed first.
It kind of loses that type of market. It's still an investment at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Looking at buying it based on yield or return. They've got to get that kind of...
and I think historically with apartments we've sold 3-beds generally are always bought by residential buyers, I would have thought.
That makes sense. So there are some terraces, there are some semis that I think can work and do work in some maybe holiday let type areas, but I think for the corporate let model, it's that prime location, isn't it? It's being in the right city, the right kind of spot within the city, and that very often lends itself to apartments.
I think even with the short terms and the houses, it's either usually next door to a house of the person who owns it, etc. To make it easier, because you do need someone close to it. The last thing you want is just to be left stranded alone in a house and you've got no contact for anybody else to come. It's just worked how it's transpired. This is what people want when they ask us. You know, they'll say, do you have a 1-bed or 2-bed apartment? And that's it. So we've stuck to that model. There's no point in.
And it makes sense for everybody involved in the change. It makes sense for the investor. The yields are very often kind of slightly higher, slightly better. It makes sense for you guys as a management. Obviously, the structure of things in a similar place. You've got the ability to offer the concierge service. You know the locations, right?
And the resale aspect as well. The biggest market is still 1 and 2 bedrooms. You know, so when you look into for your exit strategies, you've still got an apartment that is going to be highly
so an investor or a homeowner is going to buy that apartment. 1 or 2 bedrooms are going to work best. Studios tend to struggle a little bit. Maybe 3 beds maybe struggle a little bit.
Studios, because of the clientele we're looking for, you know, they don't want to be sleeping in the same living area and the kitchen area.
Yeah, perfect. So hopefully just gives you some ideas in terms of what property types are going to work for serviced accommodation. Certainly where we're focusing our kind of strengths and growing our portfolio as well in the future. It's going to be focused around those prime locations, and you've got to consider the end user in mind. So that corporate let tenant profile they're going to want a certain type of property, and that's very often location, size, and also the type of property and the service that goes with it. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and you'd like to join our free online property training course, we've got a link for it on this page. And in there we cover a range of different property strategies to help you get started, either building a long-term property portfolio or creating cash flowing property business. We also look at ways to increase your return on investment with any of the properties you're maybe considering, and we also have a couple of cheat sheets and downloadable documents in there as well. Simply click on the link to join the free training course today.